Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bayonetta. Never played this one. Obviously, a lot of people love it. Got Bayonetta 3 coming out in just a few days. Never touched any of them. Heard about them, never played them. So this is going to be totally blind. All I know is the character, it's an action game, and that it's really over the top. So, let's do it. I did start to make sure the game worked. I'll give you that. That's why we're saying this. Hello, Troop and Mouse. This was originally from 2009, right?
Long since erased from the records of time,
Okay.
there once existed two
Troll.
European clans who served as overseers of history for the powers that be. The Umbra Witches
What is happening?
and the Lumen Sages, controllers of the light. The clans paid each other great respect in their efforts to maintain the balance between them, defending the just passage of time. Yet one day,
I'm gonna be sick.
that balance was toppled. The once harmonious clans fell into disagreement and stoked the flames of hatred against each other.
I mean, it basically feels like Devil May Cry. Which is basically what I was expecting, right?
The conflict between the Umbra and the Lumen threw all of Europe into a chaotic loop of battle, ambush,
Another
assassination, and
product
tragedy.
of Hideki Kamiya,
It was truly a gruesome war.
Enko.
Despite the tremendous radiance of God shining upon them, the Lumen Sages were gradually weakened by the assault of the secretive Dark Witches. Years after the balance was lost, the war had ended in the Umbra Witches' favor.
This dance is... No reason I took this long to play it. I mean, I remember when it first came out, my assumption was that it was just like... kind of like a pervy action game, but I guess a lot of people think it's more of like an empowering kind of character. So, I don't know. I have no idea.
Fearing the witches' dark abilities,
This is like right around the same time as DMC4, so it's my action game fill for that one.
rounding up the battle-weary witches with little resistance and subjugating those who wish to continue the struggle. Human faith in the miracles of their god pushed the witch hunts further, and soon the Umbra Witches, keepers of the darkness, were extinguished from the earth.
So I've told this story plenty of times before, but around 2009-ish, I wasn't playing too many games anyway. So good old Demon Souls brought me back in the loop. Yeah, great time to give exposition in the middle of crazy visuals and combat. I have no idea what any of that just said. It was like a good 2 or 3 minutes of exposition, and I didn't catch a single concept. Mousy like Gino. The red one. May it be a bit quiet this stream. I'm running on very, very, very little sleep. So hopefully Bayonetta's flash and pizzazz can make up for that. Had a very early doctor's appointment. Well, I'll spare the details, but I'll just tell you that everything turned out A-okay. New YouTube UI stuff. I haven't seen any of that. Little angels. Platinum. Yeah, it's cool to finally be checking this out, you know. I feel like in the last few years I've gained a deeper appreciation for the character action game. I always enjoyed them, but, you know, when I'm wondering, I'm sitting around, you know, what am I going to play? Stuff like this is usually what I've been reaching for.
It looks like Humpty Dumpty's
Lately.
taking his last fall.
Other than the Soul stuff.
Even like Man the Destroyer gets scrambled in the end, right?
Oh, Joe Pesci's in this game.
I still don't get why the hell you drag me out here for these things. I just drop off the merchandise. Hey, bet you can't guess what today is. Reading the good Lord's book ain't gonna do much. People been waiting for this asshole to get whacked for ages. Please. Hell, look around.
His proportions.
There's no love lost.
Everybody in this looks insane. Bayonetta's proportions freak me out.
The outfit happy. We don't take care of him, they take care of us.
Those legs. She's almost like insectoid.
Not concrete.
She's like praying mantis lady.
Kind of town. Without good-hearted souls like us to put these bastards under, where'd society be? Of course, the pay's not bad either. Jesus, you really get
I think that book's upside down, Bea.
If it were me, I'd be praying.
Yeah, those words are upside down.
Sunny side up.
Hey, Spoon. She's 8 feet tall. So Lady D, eat your heart out.
Praying. But the only way this guy's meeting the Lord is if God's hungry for breakfast.
This definitely feels very Devil May Cry-ish.
Speaking of hungry,
Gameplay and cutscenes.
my kids are baking me a birthday cake tonight. Cute little fuckers, I'll tell you what. Well then, adios.
Hello, Mr. Grum. Any experience with Dragonlord or PS2 Dynasty Warriors?
They're here. This
Yeah, I saw a friend of mine playing Dragonlord back in the day.
damn light.
A hardcore gamer.
See a thing.
I went over to his house and he was playing Dragonlord. Dragonguard. We're on the same page.
Can't you?
I see them.
And I remember just remarking like, yeah, this music's really crazy. Huh. Hey, you want to go play some football? So that's about my experience with it, personally. But I know it's supposed to be a pretty wild experience. I'd be interested in checking it out sometime.
Keep safe the souls of our loved ones for all eternity.
With that same friend, I played a shitload of Dynasty Warriors 3, 4, and 5. So yeah, plenty of experience with Dynasty Warriors. Big fan of those games. Definitely best played with a friend, though. Solo, I don't know if I'd be into him. But with a buddy, absolutely. Just throwing the Battle of Hulao Gate over and over and over again. Pursuing Lubu. You guys know what I'm talking about. Third Sphere Affinity Angels.
tired, let me tuck you in.
Oh yeah, strategy was great, and yeah, those soundtracks, especially Dynasty Warriors 4. The map, the like pre-game music in Dynasty Warriors 4, where you're like looking at the map, setting up your equipment and your bodyguards and all that. That is one of the best songs. And then the post-battle music, that combination of like 80s metal with the traditional Chinese instrumentation and melodic bits, that's really fantastic. I love that.
I swear.
First time singing this game in English. I'm sorry, I keep talking over it.
Next time you get your hands on it, you better make sure I'm dead.
These performances are pretty good.
Whoa, Dad.
If it ain't my good buddy Enzo, how about you get out of here? You die, and I'm gonna have to go back in that hole chasing after the money.
Do you naughty little angels deserve a good spanking?
Beautiful.
Okay. There it is. Yeah, I can't say this is entirely what I was expecting. Definitely a lot campier.
Now, this is cheeky. Throwing me these cheap toys.
The song sounds really familiar.
Quality. I've got quantity.
Wait a minute, I know this. Yeah, who did this? Who did this song originally? This is a cover. Yeah, Fly Me to the Moon. Thank you, Spoon. I wonder what Sinatra would think of this game. This chick is crazy, you know what I'm saying? Sinatra? He did Fly Me to the Moon. Right?
That was your last call. No more shots from me, Bayonetta.
Yeah, $20 on Sinatra. Now she's even got the white and black pistols, huh?
As long as there's music, I'll keep on dancing.
This is very bizarre, but I'm into it.
Beautiful.
Alright. Stop him. Excuse me. Fly Me Moon was by Bart Howard in 1954. Oh, didn't know that. I mean, I figured Sinatra didn't write the song. I don't think he wrote any songs, right? But that's the version I'm familiar with.
Quit messing around.
Last possible instant. Sweet. Okay, let's play. Nice. This is a nice version of the song, though. You know, this is good. Excellent. Okay. Excellent. Shoot your way out of a combo. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's a nice touch. Right. Cool. Yeah. It's a nice mix up for this kind of gameplay.
I'm not dead yet! You can't take me like this! It's against regulations, I tell you!
I gotta change this camera. There we go. Nope. Saying. So like maybe we have different definitions of inverted. It's alright. What's going on? I missed where they took him. I was looking at chat. Where did they take him? Can you just go over the wall? Did this bug out or something? Side of doors, broken gate. Ah, I see. Sorry about that. It's all kind of blending it together for me.
Damn it, who did that? I just bought the damn thing!
So, Graham, what you were saying about wanting a
Haven't you figured it out yet?
DMC texture pack,
There's no quarter for you in this world.
or how you could probably reutilize a lot of those RE4 textures in that project for that.
Rodan should be paying me for even touching these toys.
You have any idea how much this is gonna cost to fix? How the fuck do I always get wrapped up in this shit?
I didn't know.
Engine still purrs nicely.
I want to say that's a Maniac Mansion reference, but that's probably a bit of a deep cut.
Let's have a quick chat.
See? This is why I told you I was going home. I just got held up in the air by some invisible things, and you want an intelligence briefing? It never stops with you!
You keep belly aching like that, and you're liable to wake Eggman from the dead.
Eggman.
I don't think either of you would like that. Catch you later, Bayonetta.
Who plays this guy?
Tells me you're gonna need a rush on our special project before the shit hits the fan.
Wait, Rodan,
Cool character.
what about Eggman?
Such a popular chap. I bet they hate him down there as much as you did when he was up here. We just need to make sure he won't come crawling back when they kick him out.
Nothing a flower bed can't fix. Fill her up.
This is kind of like the Yakuza thing, where not all the cutscenes
You heard
got the
man.
full treatment.
Finish up in 5 minutes, or you're walking home to your cake and candles.
What? Don't you leave me here!
Oh. More some drama with the... Yeah.
Hey, I'm screwed!
So first it seemed like
It's gonna take every cent I earned on this charade to pay for this.
they didn't want to pay Bayonetta's VA.
If I could see
But then more info came out where they offered her a ton of money and she still wanted more or something. I don't know.
How can you be so calm? You're still getting screwed in all this too. Of all the low-life scum in too deep in this town, I've never seen one get wrapped up in a fight with God's messengers. Dressed like a nun too. When you end up in the afterlife,
Hey, DR.
that's not going to be pretty.
I can't help it if I like the little outfits. The toys are nice too.
Hey, 20 years ago, you woke up stuck in a casket at the bottom of a lake. All you can remember is that you're a witch. But now, you're stuck because you gotta sacrifice our halo-wearing friends every day or they'll drag your ass back down to hell. I know I thought I got screwed, but being forced to slap around the divine for a living, that's really getting screwed.
If I needed a biographer, you wouldn't be my first choice. I see to the funeral. You get me the information I asked for. That was our deal.
Come on now! Look at my poor car! I'm working for free after this! At least let me get a drink at Rodon's before you start grilling me. The info I got is good. It's gonna get you close to finding the other stone in the pair and figuring out some of that lost past of yours. I swear.
So a lot of exposition happening here in this go ride. I'm digging this so far though. I'm into it. Gameplay was cool. Characters are enjoyable.
Jesus! Can't you take a joke?
Enzo, someone's given you a present. Too bad. I can't stand bugs.
Huh? What the fuck?
So I'm gonna refresh my memory. That intro cutscene where we're on the falling pieces of the clock tower, was that before or after present day?
You? What's the matter, Bayonetta? All that sleeping made you soft.
That was so hard to comprehend what was happening. That was supposed to be like 500 years ago. As their outfits maybe suggested that. Say the manual lock-on doesn't seem entirely necessary. I mean, maybe it will once the game gets harder, but the soft lock-on is working really well. Oh, nice. Platinum medal. Not too bad. They get the familiar language of the action game coming through. No idea what that close-up was with the angel. Bayonetta. Your hot take, but this game's tone and aesthetic feels more like Devil May Cry than DMC5 does. Yeah, I can see that. DMC5, you see, it's all about family. It's like almost every other long-running franchise at this point. All about family. Oh, I'm prepared to mash. Don't you worry. Hey, you want to talk about incorporating H.R. Geiger's aesthetics without completely ripping it off wholesale? Take a look at the perimeter of this bar. I mean, kind of on the nose. It's definitely very heavily inspired.
It's getting harder and harder to tell the worlds apart. Human world. Inferno. Paradiso. Who can tell the difference?
Even harder with Purgatorio in the middle. Fight long enough in there and you'll really lose sight. Why the sudden interest in metaphysics?
It's a balance, right? Even if some of them like messing around with the humans.
Even the font on that sign, that's like the classic Devil May Cry logo. Devil May Cry sign in-game. Dante's business.
Heaven and hell are gonna go straight for each other's throats.
I mean, it's an italicized cursive, but it is very similar.
Heaven and hell can tear each other to pieces for all I care. I've got my own problems to worry about.
Something's up. Everything was a bit too brazen, and Enzo's tip makes the timing too perfect. This reeks of a setup. Someone in one of those lost memories calling you out. I got a little present for you. These babies are special. Built from an alloy the devil himself would kill to get his hands on. Don't break these, 'cause they're one of a kind.
Scarborough Fair. I was listening to that earlier, actually. That's a weird coincidence.
Calling me out? I don't go in for strange offers. Then again, I'm getting a little tired of these weaklings they keep throwing at me. Maybe I should aim for something a bit more high class.
Pounding them down tonight, baby. Not to butt into your affairs, but I'm pretty sure you got somewhere better to be. The guys you're up against aren't the type to wait for you to finish a round.
She's gone. Right? Oldest trick in the book.
Enzo, her drinks are going on your tab, buddy.
Isn't Enzo a character they refer to in the background, DMC? He's like a reference for, not a reference, but he's like a job guy for Dante. Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's what you've been waiting for. Angel attack! Ready? Fire!
Fire 3 times during the game. Your naughty friends at Platinum Games. Is there a time limit?
Round over.
Using a novel or something. I think there's a reference to him even in the manual to DMC one. My PS2 games, PS2 copies in the other room, but get up, check. Maybe I will on my first break. Probably only break. Raise attack power. Bloody Rose Lollipop. Okay. Sure. Let's save. I wonder why it keeps showing me briefly that tutorial screen like that.
Some whale in Europe is trying to fence a huge rock on the black market. He calls it the right eye, saying it's part of some set called the Eyes of the World.
That's where I live.
The bill of what you're after, don't it? Now, here's the funny bit. The stone passes around the halls of power for hundreds of years, vanishes, and then the black market goes white hot for the thing. But the seller wanted an arm and a leg for it, to the point no one could stomach the price.
I took a flight all the way from
Stone.
New England to
But
Japan.
not before everyone figures out where the guy is. You're gonna enjoy doing this one, I bet. I love sticking it to the rich. Of course, when you do, don't forget your old buddy Enzo stuck his neck out on this one. Slide me a few fuzzles.
Yeah. Concept art of, ends up playing poker with Dante. Interesting.
Anyways, you better get going before the trail gets cold. Off to the middle of nowhere. Paradise of Europe. Vigrid.
Welcome to Vigrid, our final stop. Entry visas are required
Now there's an alternative timeline where Team Little Devils got to make DMC2. I wonder how things would have turned out.
Repeating this message. Welcome to the grid. Our final stop. Entry
You have arrived at last, my dear. The time has come to awaken the eyes of the world.
It's a really nice character models for 2009 as well.
Such a beautiful young lady you've become. I'll always see to it no harm comes to you.
So, this is supposed to be paradise?
So we're in the Purgatory realm. Yeah, the music was very back and forth for a sec. Sexy cool. Scary. That's sexy cool again. Getting a couple frame rate dips here and there. So my 3080 just can't handle the power of Bayonetta. Oh. Nice. Oh. Getting them shirts. Nice one, my boy. Wicked Weave. Yeah, I like that mechanic. That's pretty cool. I've already forgotten what it's called, but bursting into the shooting like that is pretty nice. Wicked Weaves are really important. That they only happen when you finish a combo. Alright? Yeah. Video games, am I right? Dodge the lightning. Hold RT. Yeah, the test. Here we go. Let's see. Come on, Bayo. Oh. Doesn't look like it. Come on, guys. Why isn't that only DMC1 had that? That's okay. I mean, obviously that's very, very small detail, but still. Unicorn horn. Baked gecko. Tasty.
I knew it. This town's teeming with heaven's little helpers. It's making my buddies downstairs awfully nervous.
And your point is?
Some places in this world are closer to Paradiso or Inferno. The rat hole of the town you and I live in is close to both. But the Vigridians, they got a special air about them. They're closer to Paradiso than anyone should ever be. And that shit just plain creeps me out. I guess I'm gonna have to set up shop here and score me some halos. These stupid rings are worth a fortune back home. Since it seems you're spoiling for a fight, if you come across any of these, bring them to me, and I'll hook you up.
Another one looking to line his pockets. I'm beginning to see why Enzo is so fond of you.
Real cute. But let's get one thing straight. Your fights are yours alone. I'm only here to watch my handiwork in action. So don't get any bright ideas about coming to me for help.
No. You get one thing straight. I'm not the slightest bit interested in the fact that you made these guns. If you get in my way, I will... How do the Americans put it?
Oh, you gotta buy the move.
Bust a cap in yo ass.
Right on, baby. Right on.
Enter the gates of hell. I mean, it sounds like a bad thing, but I know it's just the bar. Sure, let's enter the gates of hell.
You here for business or pleasure? Either way, I'll hook you up.
Hot. Crafted by Cleopatra. Okay. I'm gonna hold off for now. I'm gonna get back to the game here. So cutscenes play every time and you can skip them. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, the environments do hold up pretty nicely. Solid looking game. This is where he came in. Oh. Yeah, pretty solid looking game. Hopefully some strong art direction.
What?
It's that same like projected textures thing from DMC. Which is like a huge JPEG for distant architecture, basically. Looks good though. It's a shame the cutscenes seem to be hard-coded for 30 FPS, but still look nice. Yeah, I was wondering if I actually get to like use these picked up weapons a bit. Interesting concept. Excellent. Oh, damn. I wanted that to be a perfect. Yeah, combat feels really good. It's a nice design. Some of the, I get the whole like angel theme for the enemies, but this has been my favorite looking one so far. You got those like little flying cherub faces, but incorporating it into this whole design here I think is really effective. Yes! Oh man. Cool. Took one hit there. Can I? Really? Oh. Oh, still looks neat. Just kinda hoping it would stay that size, but realize that's a bit unreasonable. Golden LP. Trumpet or axe? The trumpet.
You've been naughty.
Yeah, that FPS switch is a bit jarring, but it's really my only, visual complaint so far.
What are you doing? Let's go.
This looks kind of familiar. This shows up in her Smash Brothers stage, right? Oh? My god. Brutal. Guessing I can't use torture attacks on these things, huh? Yeah, it's another really, really solid design. Using those like statuesque incorporate elements. It's like old school Christian statues. They're supposed to be like the epitome of, the saints or whatnot. So we're tracing Bayonetta's footsteps. Mundus. Gonna fight back, or you're just gonna keep shaking this bridge? Yeah, biblically accurate angels. Whoa. Oh. My first death. Not entirely sure what happened. Just fell off the stairs, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So at first I thought this game wouldn't be fun without Witch Time. I realized it was Witch Time that's holding me back. Go to you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's what you've been waiting for. Ready, fire!
Okay, I said no time limit on these, right?
Round over.
City of Deja Vu. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a quick break. Couple minutes. BRB. Alright, folks. Thank you. How bad am I doing? I thought I was doing pretty good. I mean, I've gotten platinums and golds so far, right? Yeah, the primary library near me as well also has games you can take out. As well as... I think they have manga. Alright, they have all sorts of stuff. It's nice.
Fancy bumping into you here. Out to find some
don't mind
answers
me.
about your past, are we?
Just parked on this wall over here.
You've quite the familiar face, and using the same powers. But you'll have to forgive me. Do we know each other?
Same powers? Don't make me laugh. Your little dip in that lake has left you a bit rusty.
I've been high and dry for 20 years now. The only rust on me is from the lack of any real challenge.
Got that right.
Perhaps you're up for the task.
You've already disappointed me. This is a moment I've long desired. But you've forgotten your destiny and wasted the past 20 years.
You're right. I do seem to be having trouble remembering things of late. Would you be so kind as to take it from the top?
2 overseers, the eyes of the world.
Yeah, quite a few cutscenes though. We'll say that. This is almost like MGS levels of cutscenes.
The time has come for you to prove your right to fight under the Umbran name. You may select opponents of your choice.
Do these ease up as the game goes on, or is it always like this?
Then allow me to face the outcast.
None. Healing Kiadaga
True.
is
Yeah.
of pure blood.
Tell me
Challenging
about
her
it.
would be a violation of our tenets of faith.
It would not be the first time we've faced each other.
Always like this? It's not necessarily a bad thing, just as long as you know what you're getting into, I guess.
Hallowed arena.
Well, if I must. But I pray you've got a little something for me in
I
return.
think it is a little skewed towards the cutscene side,
Stuffed animals.
but not too bad.
Yeah.
I think I won't go through stages so quickly. You underestimate my raw gamer power. When the moon shines bright in the sky, face the wall and press X to witch walk. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you gotta have the rival fights in games like this. Crucial. It's like the best part of these action games. Up against an antagonist with a similar moveset. It's like it's like one of the single best concepts in the character action genre. Oh my god. That was a big enough difficulty spike where I was almost wondering if it was a match you were supposed to lose, but no, just a big spike, I guess. That's fine. Like Bayonetta said, I was waiting for a challenge. Nice. Yeah, Gene is really... Yeah, that was a great fight. Nice one. Mirror type matches are cool in any game. Ocarina of Time Sicker is Kino. Yeah, Ocarina of Time's definitely very, very solid. Especially how it comes out of absolutely nowhere. You have zero warning you're about to deal with Shadow Link in Ocarina. They throw the surrealism at you in this weird, completely out of place room in the water temple, which already catches you off guard. Yeah, really well done. Obviously, Dante versus Virgil, or prior to that, Nero Angelo is a highlight. Oh yeah, the shadow. I didn't notice that. Yeah, it is cool.
You want to touch me?
Witch powers. I like that. Animated D-pad. I think the RE4 similarity is probably the use of reference photography for textures. I'm guessing quite a few of these are just photographs, which obviously DMC started, and then that carried over into RE4, and then I would be willing to bet they use the same technique here. Oh, right. Full moon. Thank you. Hope none of you, motion sickness. Forgot about the moon being the clue that you can do it. That was a Ninja Gaiden 2 moment. I can't wait to show you guys that game. That one is ridiculous. You start literally within the first second you take control of Ryu in the game. You need to dodge immediately or you're gonna get smacked in the face. Platinum. Trying to think of the other mirror matches. I mean, speaking of Ninja Gaiden, the first game, when you're playing on hard and above, you've got the Ryu clone fights. Those are really good. Some of them are insanely brutal. What's with that one red raven there? Let's see. I think these are like the lore books. Temporal witch power. She looks like she's about to go to the bathroom. Hey, there we go. Black cat. Can we pet the cat? It's a pretty good model, though. Hey, there's another one. Interesting that they're not within the purgatory realm. Deepest lore. We Assassin's Creed now.
Do you believe in fate?
He looks a lot like the character from Metal Gear Rising.
Fate brought us here together, and it will never tear us apart.
Can't remember his name. Another cool rival character. There you go, there's another example. Yeah, I don't. I remember only some of Rising. I played it when it came out, me and my roommate. To be honest, not entirely sober, playing through most of it in about 2 sittings. So I remember having fun with it, but and the stuff with the senator at the end, but otherwise not too much. There's like a robot wolf, I think.
Fleur de ciré, eau de parfum. Such a wonderful floral bouquet. With its subtle hints of rosemary. You know, in the language of flowers, rosemary equates to remembrance. Which doesn't quite equate to you, now does it? Bayonetta. Shit! Will you stop that?
That little Bayonetta was a nice touch. Seeing you here, I suppose it wasn't the only one. You've certainly bloomed, haven't you, my little Cheshire puss?
I'm not your pet.
Yeah, Bayonetta, she's definitely a cool character. A lot cooler than I was expecting.
You better remember. Shit! Damn it! Wait! You can't just run away from me like that!
I was saying, like, yeah, she's obviously very sexualized, but she's also very confident and powerful and empowered. So it's a nice juxtaposition. They did a good job handling this. Bayonetta killed his scuba diving dad?
Fairy tales, amongst other things.
Is that
But I know they're
the backstory?
real. I know the truth. The smell. It's the same smell that clung to the air the day my father was murdered. Which means I'm right on your doorstep, Bayonetta.
I'll let you in on a little secret, Cheshire.
The name is Luke.
You need to hone your sense of smell, my dear.
There's no rosemary in the perfume. After all, rosemary is a demon repellent.
In you go. Awesome. This is this is a really solid game. I'm very into this. Damn. Yeah, mark of a quality title is when you can get wrecked, but not mind at all, because the gameplay is so engaging. Alright, I'll show you how it's done. Punch, kick, punch, quickest weave. Yes, it is. It appears to be. Dude attack. Yeah, this is probably better than the big upside down angel face. It's probably my favorite enemy design so far. Really solid.
You only run away so fast because you've got something to run from. Me! But you can't escape me forever.
In these kinds of games, the cheapest thing I can think of are some of the grabs in Ninja Gaiden. I love those. I mean, I love NGB NG2 is, you know, really good, but the grabs in NGB are they're like 0 frame startup. They're kind of cheap. So far, this has felt pretty fair. This is where... yeah. I don't think Melania is cheap. I think she's right on the edge of what would be reasonably expected to, you know, be dealt with within Elden Ring, but it's like my strat with Melania when I played it, I just pulled out a Great Shield and the damage I was doing was outpacing the health regen she was getting when I blocked her attacks. And then for the waterfowl dance, it looks really intimidating, but basically the dodge is just a triangle, you know? And she's definitely very hard, but she's also an optional, like, hidden super boss, so... fine with that. For the lake thing, I think it was supposed to be an angel that killed his dad, he just couldn't see it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's... I just casually talking and dodging. Well, you know me. Strat was I never even found that area of the game. That's a shame because it was one of my favorites. The Halig tree I thought was just really incredible visually. Just exploring this massive, gorgeous tree, and then the structures within it felt unlike anything else in the rest of the game. I thought it was really beautiful. I really loved it. This is like major Rivendell vibes. I know I connect a lot of things to Lord of the Rings, but I feel like that was very much a reference point. The architecture of Rivendell found in Lord of the Rings films. A kind of like fusion of pale wooden structures, but also marble. Really ornate, intricate carvings all over the place. Really lovely. I've noticed before, but these screams coming out of these more cherubic style enemies are pretty horrifying. It's kind of a funny juxtaposition with the chill, you know, jazz beats going on. He's stunned. That's old school. can't get enough of this. I feel like there are a couple things I could attribute some of... I mean, there's no doubt that Elden Ring is a hard game, and some of those endgame bosses are very hard, but a couple of things I think I could attribute to what at least I perceive people's challenges is, number one, not leveling Vigor enough. It's like the soft cap in the prior Souls games has always been 40. In Elden Ring, it's at least 60. Like Vigor, that's basically a necessity. If you want it to feel like it did at 40 in the other games, you want to take it to 60. Number two is not utilizing jump as a defensive mechanic enough. Like there are tons of AoEs, especially towards the end game with Godfrey and then Radagon, where they have these massive like stomp AoEs, and if you try dodging them, you're gonna get destroyed. But you just jump. You just like look at his knee and then jump, basically, for Godfrey. And it's a simple thing, but you know, it's something different from the prior games. So maybe it's something a lot of players weren't expecting or used to. DMC2 flashbacks. I don't know. This game's pretty good, but I don't know if I can beat DMC2. Oh no, Bayonetta. I mentioned last time, I'm on my third playthrough of it now, and the magic is definitely... Actually, fourth play... Well, yeah, really third and a half. The magic has reawakened for me with it. Oh, right. Oh, God! No! Bayonetta! Hey. Saved it. Alright. Let's do what we did before. Not sure this is, as a gameplay mechanic, is necessary to repeat. Oh shit. Obviously I don't have it locked down. Okay, you lift the statue, and then you press activate, and then you dodge the lightning bolt, and then you've got witch time. Whoa. I think the issues that From games aren't strong action games. The good games are on the action movement. ERs shouldn't deem souls, but bosses have 20. Yeah, that's a fair point. I said it's at the breaking point of what the combat system is capable of. I mean, they've given you the jump, and everything costs like, as far as stamina consumption goes, everything costs like 25% of what it did, and even something like Dark Souls 3, where you already had a lot of leeway with that. Like if you were to compare like starting stamina bars of like a similar class from Demon Souls to Elden Ring, and to see how many times you could consecutively roll between the two, I'm guessing it would probably be at least 4 times in Elden Ring. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean, it's like, you're right, kind of hitting the wall of capability within that kind of combat structure. Again, so it's like many times.
My scurrying little friend.
If you do another medieval, you know, dark fantasy game,
Just a child.
I really hope they scale it back.
What are you doing running around Vigrid? You're certainly not dressed in your Sunday best.
Not just because I love Demon Souls so much, but just because I think it'd be a nice change of pace again to have slower, more methodical combat. Really having to commit to attacks. Could do it first person again too, further mix it up, and just get back to like more hardcore dungeon crawling. But they really got to shake up the paradigms with the settings and the gameplay, because it's becoming pretty redundant. You know? The games have changed, but fundamentally, if we're being honest, Elden Ring is Demon Souls 6. Oh yeah, items. Oh my god. This whole section of the game I haven't even touched. This guy messes me up for time. It seems challenging. The perspective is difficult. Kind of hard to gauge the depth here. Feel when your PC instantly skips the loading minigame thing. Is that what that's supposed to be? That's funny. Alright, I think witch mode probably the way to go for this guy, so... Let's see. Trying to... Oh, so no witch time here. Great. Okay. Alright, let's play it nice and careful. Play it DMC2 style. After all, we are in that kind of environment. Yeah, I really wish we had a side perspective here. It's really hard to tell how far away you actually are from this guy. There we go. Thank you. Game, your wish is my command. What? I'm positive I nailed square as soon as that prompt came up.
The shadow remains cast.
I think I know what you mean. True. Yeah, not my finest hour.
Oh, what a day!
I deserve that one. Play a little more. I can't go out like that. Burning ground. So there's a thing called dodge offset where if you hold an attack button and dodge, Little counter towards the combo. Alright. Try and remember that. Punch, dodge, kick, dodge, punch.
If I was your child, I'd be an awfully ugly witch, wouldn't I? Yours is a face only a mother could love, and one I could never forget. If only I could remember where from. No quarrel? You're in no position to decide that. See, my infinite
True. That's good.
my ability to eliminate your kind. I figure you're
I represent a loving God. Chill out. Punch, dodge. Oh, wait. Punch, dodge. Kick, dodge. Like that. Oh my god. Alright. Like that. What's up with these guys? Can only be heard in which time. I've completely toasted all of my life. See. Yeah, the way the combo system works is pretty well done, I gotta say. Like, no matter like the variation of the first like 4 attacks that you tried, as long as you're wrapping it up and sticking to one button and basically mashing it, you're probably gonna get the Wicked Weave. So it works well. Okay, so it looks like that does damage to him. Yeah. Like you said, Mouse, right? "22 combos." Yeah, starting to get nice and deep. Alright. Enough for the experimenting. Let's get it done. Okay, so you're not invulnerable while that's happening. Brutal.
I've got a fever, and the only cure is more sick.
Oh, you hurt them with their weapons too. Okay. Super nice Stone Fang video, by the way. Thank you very much. That one took a lot longer than I was expecting. The next few Demon Souls vids should not take so long. The next one probably won't be a Demon Souls video, but like I said at the end of that one, there will be coverage for basically every area in the game. Eventually. I'd really like to do a video on Sen's Fortress at some point. Not really from like from the same perspective of these Demon Souls ones, but just how, to me, it kind of represents the pinnacle of Souls multiplayer. But yeah, you can do the traditional, you know, moveset, PvP and all that, but all of the traps and just the general layout all adding to this just kind of emerging gameplay that's happening. I'm kind of amazed there hasn't been another area like that in the rest of the games. You get some traps here and there, but nothing that was so polished like that one. No, Bayo! Oh, she's alive. Yes! No health. How long does it take to make the videos? I'm not sure. I don't usually keep track. Let me think. It's basically me playing through the area, writing down all my thoughts, capturing as much footage I can in the first place, and then inevitably while working on the video, I keep coming to other conclusions or realizing other things or just coming up with more stuff that I want to investigate. So just like the writing and footage capture bit of it probably takes $5 to 6 hours, and then the editing usually can triple that because I re-edit stuff a lot, recapture footage, redo the voiceover, and then redoing the voiceover after I've already edited, you know, the building blocks of the video means basically have to re-edit the video. So I probably create a lot of redundant work for myself, but I have no idea what this is. I'll have to look into that function of the game. Now, I mean, I realize what I'm supposed to be doing here is slowing down time and then dodging through the lava, but I'm thinking the next one will probably, for Demon Souls, will probably be Shrine of Storms. And save my other two favorites, other than Tower of Latria, which obviously I already did. Save my other two favorites for last. Boletarian Palace and Valley of Defilement. Might be my favorite area in the game. And then the Nexus and beyond. There we go. It was a lot less complicated than I was making it out to be. Yeah, the most interesting aspects of the Shrine of Storms for me are all the paganism aspects, which serve as a big contrast to kind of like monotheistic religions of the rest of the game. Yeah, exactly, like you just said there. Exactly. Yeah. It's like usually you don't get both of these kinds of representations within a single, video game. And obviously, usually not done as intelligently or in-depthly. To have both is really interesting. Because you're kind of you get it all in Demon Souls. You get, human conquerors in Boletaria. You have the fear of the unknown, the fear of nature via Stonefang. You have people, it's like the what has science wrought elements and the aristocracy of the Tower of Latria. You have the paganism of Shrine of Storms. And you have the natural, disease and death elements juxtaposed again with the kind of Virgin Mary imagery with Saint Estrella. So it's all interesting. It's really dynamic. I say as Bayonetta dies as a building falls on her head. Would you pay attention, man? I'll read all these another time. Let's put in a nice fight. Yes. Excellent. True, did I say Valley Defilement was my favorite area, by the way? If I had to choose just one, it probably would be the Valley, because I feel like it just kind of encapsulates all of the core themes and gameplay elements of Demon's Souls the most effectively. I mean, Boletaria Palace would probably be... I know, it's so hard. I mean, my three favorite areas are definitely the Valley, Boletaria Palace, and Tower of Latria, but Valley of Defilement, it's like, it's hard to top. It's like the combination of human evil and hubris, the kind of sins of mankind being reflected in, you know, these demonic apparitions that you're dealing with in the game. Insanely effective atmosphere. And just this wonderfully palpable sense of melancholia. Man, it's hard to top. You get a variety of traditional, you know, gameplay challenges and whatnot too, with most of the enemies. But then with Estrella, you just have this like massive tone shift, and again reflecting on the things that you have to do versus the things that you should do. I just find it really beautiful, really well done. Hey Sabotage, how you doing? It's like in the second stage of the valley, where we're going through all the rickety, you know, shacks and the makeshift like housing, and it's just pouring rain, and just imagining people trying to get by living in these structures. You know, it's really relatable in a way that some of the later games, you know, get away from. Something I've talked about a lot. So these elements of like relatable human culture, everything can be interpreted a lot more metaphorically than, you know, the land of the gods kind of stuff. I mean, basically anyone can relate to themes of poverty, sickness, and class hierarchy. Yeah, that's what makes this stuff so resonant. So I just can't wait for your Silent Hill 2 remake review. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I very, very, very doubt that I'll actually play it. I might do a video on it, but that was so depressing. With that reveal trailer. That made me very sad. To see something so beautiful and so artistic, just to me, completely botched. Poor Bayonetta here, hanging out on the edge of death in her health bar. Oh, I'll say one more thing about the Silent Hill 2 remake. The very first shot of the game, James peering into the mirror, and his eyes are cast in shadow, and it visually calls to mind that quote by Niche. You peer too long into the darkness stares back at you. I'm paraphrasing, but you know what I'm talking about. That's clearly what it's supposed to be evoking. There's also the fact that in most cultures, the eyes are regarded as, you know, the window to the soul. The fact that James are completely enshrouded in darkness here is pretty significant artistic detail. But instead of all of that, you get James, you know, frowning like he's trying to make the world's saddest YouTube thumbnail. And it's just, I don't understand how people who are employed professionally to do this kind of thing, no offense, guys, but could misunderstand and misrepresent these kinds of details. Oh. Interesting. Dude, the idea that Silent Hill 2's remake can be modernized is so insulting. I agree. All it needs is just a port. You know? It's really all you need to do. If a bunch of fans can get together and do it so right with the Enhanced Edition on PC, which is, you know, based on a port that was already kind of messed up, but they fixed it. If they can do that, then why can this team of professionals not do the same? But the shot of James, it's later in the game, and I won't say the context because it's a massive spoiler, but where James he just falls to his knees in he's given up, essentially. He's completely given up any pretense of, I'm trying really carefully not to spoil this here. But you know what, you guys know what I'm talking about. And like most of the game, he's so aloof, you know what I mean? He's so depressed and detached that these things are happening to him, and the way he's reacting are most minimalized, but it's not because of a lack of, you know, technological ability to utilize animations or voice acting or anything like that. Like, that's his character. He's incredibly detached because of this depression. But of course, you know, now it's like, no, we gotta have him reenact the ending of the Planet of the Apes. Or even before the mirror thing. So again, trying really carefully to not spoil anything, but this addition to the intro cutscene where James bursts into, you know, this abandoned gas station and is like furiously trying to wash his hands, like straight up Lady Macbeth style. Given the context of what happened in the last week of his life, why would now be the moment where this is happening? It's really hard to talk about this without spoiling the story for anyone who hasn't played it, and I would hate to do so, so maybe I'll just leave it at that. But let me summarize it just by saying it doesn't make sense, it doesn't do justice to the story, and it's extremely over the top. All subtlety has gone out the window. Okay, I get it. Sorry. Thinking about Silent Hill 2 instead of solving this puzzle. I think it has overall probably a pretty mixed reception from what I've seen. There's definitely a lot of positive feedback, but I think overall it's more mixed than something with the Demon Souls remake. And as far as the voice acting goes, it's... Man, I've got a lot of thoughts on this stuff, I'm sure, as you can tell. To me, the voice acting in Silent Hill 1 and 2, yeah, is definitely perfect. And it's one of those things where it's not... It's kind of hard to say how much of this is intentional or not, because in my opinion, the voice acting in Silent Hill 3 is kind of a step down. It feels, to me, quite a bit campier, more B-movie. But in 1 and 2, you get this super dreamlike feeling. Almost like some aspects of like a David Lynch film. And you know they've referenced David Lynch as being an influence and a reference for this stuff. So it would be wrong to say that the stuff is completely unintentional, but it just adds to that dreamlike atmosphere for me. Even small stuff like him leaving the car door open. Yeah, I noticed that too. It's like, what do you guys want? Is he like going nuts and he's like out of control, or what? Because yeah, in the original, the car door was left open because, like you said, he's like, he can't focus. He's not. He's just completely out of it. But in this remake footage, yeah, he's like, let me make sure I park between the lines and calmly shut my car door before I burst inside this gas station and start vigorously trying to wash my hands. And again, considering the story at that point, with the knowledge that he has, presumably, you know, why he's washing his hands like that. And then 30 seconds later, the mirror shot in the game beginning. And the context of the rest of the story where suddenly he has forgotten this thing that he was just furiously washing his hands over. I don't know, it's just... I just don't understand where they're coming from. Make a video, set the world right. We'll see. Maybe. It's kind of insane though. I mean, just this like past week we've got announcements of and trailers for, I know the RE4 remake was already announced, but Silent Hill 2 remake trailer, Resident Evil 4 remake trailer. And then just today, Witcher 1, we're remaking it. It's just insane. Everything. Remakes, 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 remakes. Dear, I don't even think it's weird in an intentional way. I think we go through line by line. The performance perfectly portray the emotions the character have in that moment, what they're thinking. I agree. I honestly believe that the vocal record the VA for Mary in Silent Hill 2 is by far, I think, the strongest recorded performance in any video game. I don't think there's any comparison. And I don't think there's a snowball's chance in hell. Even if everything did seem to be going, you know, perfectly for the Silent Hill 2 remake, which obviously I don't feel. But even if that were the case, I would find it very hard to believe that anyone could ever top her performance. This is just astounding. That final reading of the letter in Silent Hill 2 from Mary is heartbreaking. It's delivered on a level that's just insane. And supposedly that was her first take. Can you believe? Can you believe that? Incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's what you've been waiting for. Angel attack! Ready, fire! Round over.
So does a video like that would get a lot of attention? Yeah, maybe. You know, I said the Demon Souls remake videos I made those because it's like, I mean, same feelings I'm having now, where it's like I feel really passionate about this original thing. I think it has some really, really impressive qualities just as a piece of media that would be a shame to be lost to time. It would be a shame to lose these things to this kind of iterative replacement force that seems to be an increasingly common thing in the world of gaming. And I tried to be as professional and objective about it as possible. You know, it's like, this is the way I feel, but let me share with you the reasons, you know, why I feel this way. But some of the comments I got on that video, those videos, some of the messages I got on some of the places I shared it, not just like, you know, comments on something like Reddit, but like people private messaging me being so nasty, being so, you know, mean. I can handle it. I mean, I'm a grown man. It's like, it is what it is, but these people like acting as if I'm trying to rain on their parade, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to like tell them not to enjoy something. It's not my intention, but it's a pretty negative experience. This is like the fact that I'm watching something I love get replaced with something that I don't think is really that compelling. And then I have like an army of polite terms here. An army of people like telling me I'm such an idiot, I'm such a horrible person for feeling this way. Not the most pleasant experience. But yeah, maybe I might do one on Silent Hill too. We'll see. It just feels like a lot of elements in culture in general are being kind of lobotomized. As that comes with the territory for mass market appeal, but it's like race to the bottom, lowest common denominator type stuff is tricky sometimes. That's why sometimes you have to just forget about all of that and go hang out in the cardinal virtue of fortitude. Stay strong. Yeah, just the concept of like, we need remakes for everything. We got to remake everything. At least every 10 years. Every 5 years would be good. Let's get Bluepoint to make Bloodborne 2. It's like, the game's a generation old. Yeah, it doesn't run so hot in the PS4, but you just bump the resolution up in the frame rate and you guys will... You'd buy it. I'd buy it, but I mean, you know what I mean. Anyway, I gotta wrap this up. I am beyond beat. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm having trouble keeping my eyes open. I went to bed at about 3 and I've been up since 6. So it's about that time. And this has been a game, a really, really good one. I've really enjoyed my time with Bayonetta here today. The gameplay, the characters, the cutscenes, it's all great. From the stuff that I was able to comprehend, it was really enjoyable. I'll definitely be playing more of this game for sure. I wish I hadn't waited so long, but hey, now I have this trilogy of games to check out and play. So excellent. I'm not going to continue streaming Bayonetta unless I get really good at it, and maybe I'll stream it at, a few months from now or something. But definitely play some more of it in the future. But as far as this channel goes, next up, this Sunday is going to be a Halloween marathon. So I have a big lineup of mostly retro games, but all fantastic games and all appropriately Halloween-esque games lined up for this Sunday. And it's gonna be a good one. And I promise I will be high energy and all that stuff. I'll have a good night's sleep for that one. But yeah. Come back here on Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Halloween Marathon. It's gonna rock. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you everyone for watching live, watching after the fact if you caught it. Major props. And thank you Platinum Games, because this game is really good and I enjoyed it quite a bit. So, hope everyone has a great rest of your evening, a great rest of your week. Take care of yourselves. Please be nice to each other. Remember to eat some vegetables and get a little exercise too. Okay. Good night. Farewell.